How's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. My name's Eric. Welcome to my channel. This is the weekly trade performance for the week of July 26th through 30, 2021. What we're looking at here is all of the trades that I closed this week and or all of the trades that I still have open. So about half of these are monthly trades, so I'm not surprised at all to see that these are still going, right? I mean, I opened these with 60 days, 49, blah, blah, blah. So those bigger numbers, that's fine. I'm not surprised to see those going at all. The only weekly trade that went against me was this Pinterest run. I tried to get cute and play their earnings, and that totally went against me. So I had to roll that sucker out, and I'll probably be rolling that out for a few weeks at a minimum. I'm guessing I'll probably be in that trade about a month. So not the greatest situation, but I'm not too worried with Pinterest. It'll come back eventually. So, but otherwise, I opened up several trades this week, and all of the weekly trades for this week I closed out for a profit, except for this Pinterest one. I opened these two trades just yesterday on Thursday, and then I opened this trade today on Friday. So that's why those are still going. But the rest of these up here were all during this week. And then this Love trade here, which is Southwest Airlines, I opened that up last Friday and then closed that out. I guess, what would that be, like on Wednesday or something? So that trade was from last week. So that's why it shows up here. So long story short, I won't keep you waiting. I made 475 bucks and I had a total return on capital of 4.5%. I'm just now getting into these weekly expirations. So for my first kind of full week doing this, I'd say 4.5% and 475 bucks is pretty good. I totaled up some averages here and then an average here on the timeline. So my average trade for this week was 1 day, 22 hours. So basically 2 days. And then, my average max profit was 76.3, and then my average return on capital was 5.5%. I'm not sure how much it makes sense to average these numbers out here because it greatly varies on each trade, right? This was 90% for 47 bucks, but this was 60% for 36, so it's not quite comparable. This was 50% for 104. So just because I average these together, I'm not sure if that really makes sense to do that. And then obviously the same thing here. It's 5.5% average of these percentages, but this was 3.9% return on capital for 100 bucks. But then this was 10% return on capital for just 48. So I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. I don't know how much that makes sense, but I figured it's a little bit interesting. I think this one makes a little more sense, seeing that my average trade was under 2 days. That's kind of cool to see. So these weekly trades, it's about 2 days that you're in them. And then this total here is just for the trades that I closed out, right? I didn't take the total required buying power. This is just the required buying power for the trades that I closed. So out of those trades that I closed, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades required $10,579 of buying power at open. And then that $10,500 returned $475, which gives me the 4.5% return on capital. Other than this rolled trade here, where if I would have closed it out, I would have lost $860, and then that would have wiped out my whole weekly gain, right? I'd be down like, what is that, like $300, $400, something like that. But that's unrealized, so I obviously didn't want to close that out. I rolled it out for credit, and in theory, that can expire worthless next week, and I will get 90 cents as a total, or $90. So if that actually happened, I'd walk away with positive $90 instead of negative $860. So that's exactly why I do this system. I only trade tickers that I want to hold on to, essentially. I don't necessarily want to get assigned stock because I don't have the bankroll for all that. But if I got to stick into, rolling the put, it's essentially kind of the same thing as owning the stock in my book. So that's my strategy with these. I only trade these tickers that I really, kind of follow and wouldn't mind sticking with for a long time. It's not necessarily that I'm in love with these tickers. It's just stuff that I follow. I follow a lot of kind of like green energy here with, you know, Charge Point and Plug, and then these kind of tech companies, AMD, Pinterest, Tesla, Twitter, and then airlines. I try to mix up the industries here, you know, so I don't got all my eggs in one basket, but it's just stuff that I follow and stuff that has reasonable buying power for the most part. So you should try to do something similar. You know, everyone kind of gets their list of stocks or tickers that they like to trade and that they follow and that they know. I would encourage you to do the same thing. And yeah, so I guess long story short, you know, for my first week, I'd say 4.5% and $475 is pretty good. I do have a lot of these monthly options still rolling through here. So those, you know, I opened up a couple this week. I did 1, 2, I guess I did 3 of them this week. So I'm still, you know, kind of playing both sides of the weekly and the monthly. However, you know, this first kind of week and a half, 2 weeks, I like these weeklies a lot. I used to only do the monthlies, but so far I like the weeklies. And, you know, if I could repeat this, you know, in a month, I would have about $2,000. So we'll see how it goes from here. Let me know if you have any questions or any observations. I'm sure I don't know everything. So if you think I'm overlooking something really obvious and stupid, I would be glad to know. But otherwise, I will just keep posting these videos when I can. And I don't know if I keep going every single day, but I'm going to keep trying pretty much every day to post something. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in again. Let me know if you have any question in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good weekend.